Hi, I'm Lori Dobson, and it's June 2nd. I've been thinking on my second piece of rhubarb crumble with my dogs here on my porch on my island. I've been thinking of a good name for how I am and who I am when I let myself go. And everyone's letting themselves go these days, so how about white, alarmist, racist female? I'm a wharfer. WHARF. I like that. It's not too far from a wharf, from right around the corner here. Because, I can live on the coast. I have all these privileges, and I am, all my life I've had to be, embarrassed or ashamed, or I have to hide them. I have to pretend. I have to be, caring about other races. Well, they're not caring too much about me, So I think it's time, now that everyone's giving themselves permission, for me to start channeling my own inner wharfer. And I invite you to join me. So if there are any other wharfer women out there, let's just find out how much power we have, because we know we have power. Come on. We know we have that power. We can call down, the fury on anyone that offends us. If, they get into our space. And, no, who's going to get into my space here? It's pretty protected. But I'm in a white neck of the woods, white area of a white state and a white location. But if anybody does decide to get in and act like they can mess my life up any more than they already have with this virus, I think it's time to just sort of say what's what. What's going on here? Let's have a voice. Why should I be the only one that's silent? Here I am sitting here feeling somewhat fragile, not being able to shop, not being able to get out and exercise my my energies in the world and be my creative self and just enjoy parties. What's wrong with that? I've stopped drinking, so I'm not an excessive, but when it's my turn, it's my turn. So, so I think, so what's wrong with that? I mean, yeah, there are people that take it to extremes, and I am a bit of an alarmist, because I'm concerned, and I think, here, let me make my hair look better. I just had it dyed. Lost 10 whole years off my life. I recommend it. Oh, the sun will give me sunspots. I better watch out. Okay, back again to you. Here's my look anyway. My fleece and my short sleeves, my dogs, my shoes. I've got a life. But I am kind of pissed. And I've just been full of a lot of resentments these days, and that's not how I want to roll. I am alarmist because I see things coming and I just don't like it. So, resentments can eat you up. But I think if we have a place where we can talk about it, get out our inner concerns. I'm not going to call it the B word. We don't have to call ourselves that. Our inner worries, our alarmists. We're alarmists by nature, but that's because we're protective, our children and all that want us to be protective. Just because the nest is empty doesn't mean that we have to stop being concerned about the state of things, We've developed protection thinking for such a long time. And I think it's time to own that we're racist. I do. Because if other people are racist, and clearly they are, anti-white, anti-everything, Antifa, anti-fascist, anti-white, anti-this, anti-that. Well, I'm anti-race. I think there's a let's put it this way, pro-white. Because clearly we're in the minority. Clearly we're being pushed to our extremes, and we're the ones that are supposed to be nice. We don't have any way of getting out of this except to go shopping, and who's allowing us to even do that, I want my lifestyle. Is that so much? Is that too much to ask? I've narrowed it down. I've thinned it out. I've toned it down. I don't have to have a lot. But there's only so much you can do on Amazon, Seriously. It gets tiresome. I want my friends. I want my I want people back. You know, people aren't coming to the island this year. They're all in their homes because they're afraid to fly. And I'm here just, you know, looking at the garden, looking at the dogs, and just not too happy about where things are. So I think it's time to actually just say, come on, out of the garden. Come on, behave yourselves, little varmints. I'm friendly to the Redskins here. Ha ha ha. Come on, get up. And that's another thing. Trying to avoid being racist can really eat your life. I don't want to go too far. I mean, you know, there's a happy medium. So I'm here to, and it's been so squished down. I've been so civilized to a fault, you know, compressed into this person that behaves. Oh, there's a hummingbird on the feeder. But it's just right there, so why not just let it come out? Let's just enjoy ourselves. If we have to be considered something that's not ideal, let's make a nice word out of it. You know, it's not like, oh, there's a hummingbird. It's not so ideal to be a racist, but a wharfer, white, an alarmist. Come on, we're alarmed. I'm alarmed. I have racist ideas. Everybody does. Who do you know that doesn't? Who do you know that doesn't prefer their life or is resentful of someone else's life or wants the privileges somebody else has, is angry at them, thinks it's unfair? Do you think everything's fair? Well, then you're a racist. There you go. So let's allow it. Let's get it out. Let's purge that demon. Just get it out there and let's look at it. Let's see who we are. Maybe we'd like it. Maybe we'd not be too judgmental on ourselves. Walking around all the time in a state of constant anxiety and self-judgment and self-hate. Maybe if we embraced our inner demons and our inner racist tendencies, we'd find we enjoyed it. Let's get back to that sort of way that sometimes some Republicans can be just so easy with their attitudes about things. They can just be those things without feeling bad about them. Maybe it's time. So, that hummingbird's determined. Well, all right then. So, I don't mean to make fun of anybody, of course. That wouldn't be nice. All right, have a wonderful day. Maybe I'll talk to you tomorrow while I'm exercising my wharfism. Bye.